Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another video. And today, we are talking the transfer news. We are going to be looking at all the news that has been happening all over the world in terms of the transfer news and whatever that is happening here. And also, we're going to look at some surprising transfers that are going to happen in January. You might want to look out and prepare to actually hear what we're going to talk about here, as well as talk about a little bit of Tottenham versus Liverpool. That'll be the second part of the show. Then we can see where we go. But first, we have to start with the saddest news. I don't know, it's not somebody who died anyway, but it's saying news that just to take because I just feel like it was unreal. It's unfair, in fact. So if you haven't, please click that like button, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss when we go live, and you can actually enjoy whatever we talk about because we talk about it a lot in the Football Connect, which is related to football. As you can see, I think I can say that after 375 videos that live streams that we have done and we have put into this platform, that football is our goal and football is all that we cover, especially the Premier League. So do consider hitting that like button, hitting the subscribe button, and also you can look in the descriptions if you want to follow us on social media, Facebook, and we have Twitter, Instagram. They're all there, the links there. And if you want to subscribe, also there's a link in the description where you can click, where you can subscribe exactly in. That is the best way you support us here, the Football Connect. So let's start with the sad news, like I said. So it has been confirmed already. People know that this man who's actually appearing on the screen, as you can see, has been sacked. So Bilic has left West Brom following a difficult start to the season, with the same Drago's favorite to replace him. Okay, I don't want to talk about the replacement yet. Let's just find out what happened. So West Brom has served Slaven despite securing a draw against Manchester City on Tuesday, which I thought it was a big victory. Playing with a big team like Manchester City, getting a draw, I don't think that's a sackable offense, is it? Then Ateta is getting away with the murder then. I don't know. I'm just drawing it in my own head that you can sack a manager who just draw with arguably one of the biggest, if not the best team in the Premier League. You sack him. And there's a manager we all know who has been, I don't know what's the best word to use, who has been the worst in the Premier League, if I may say. And he still has his job, and by no apparent reason he loses his job. I'm not saying that I'm disappointed, of course, but people have to understand first. Let's talk about this anyway. I don't know if we have talked about this. We all know that this season is not even a normal season at all, mostly because of the COVID-19 and everything that has been happening through the pandemic and everywhere we have been because of the pandemic. So losing your job as a manager, it's something that you don't expect to see happening, especially if your team, as much as they are really down, they are working so hard to rise up. Because I thought winning against Manchester City was a good move to the right direction for West Brom. Either way, it seems like the owners don't agree with that. That's why they sacked the man. Let's try to continue reading the news so that we hear what they have to say. So, okay, so they're talking about, while the draw at Manchester City came something of a surprise and suggested that Bilic was still capable of getting the Bangers back on track, the club decided the club's decision was apparently already made. So it means the Manchester City is just a good game that came at the wrong time, because the decision, apparently the managers or the club had already decided that the man is being shown the door. West Brom announced his dismissal on Wednesday by the media, reports being circulated soon after the clash at the Etihad. Bilic will leave the club 19th in the Premier League table with 7 points from 13 games. though they are only 2 points adrift of safety. Oh wow, that's interesting. A statement read: West Brom have today parted company with their head coach Slaven, whatever you call him, and the assistant manager Dan Rodiger and Dinalo Brovica and first team coach. There are a lot of men who have been fired from this situation, guys, which I don't think is actually important for us to keep reading and going through it. But the confirmation is this: the man has lost his job, and his performance against Manchester City, it came as well as a delayed because the man had already been shown the door according to the reports that has been happening inside. So, what is next for the man? I don't know, but it seems like West Brom has the next step. Already, there's a manager in place who will be replacing him. So, we'll see how that one goes out. So, like I said, we're going to be covering transfer news today. We're going to be looking at all the transfers that have been announced in the world and some transfers that are still happening. So, let's get started on them. So, just before I go anywhere, before I actually start on these transfers, there have been some rumors that we've been seeing across, just passing by, being led know that there could be things that are happening in terms of transfers, but we don't have exactly apparent good info about it to be the truth. So the first news that we heard, which were rumors, of course, was that Lionel Messi, seems like PSG, they were already talking with their let me just say, with that store about the next movement that they were setting up to do, which is of printing Lionel Messi's jersey at Paris Saint-Germain. That was to be believed, but it seemed like there was a tweet or something that was said by Lionel Messi's father, who of course we know is the agent, who has actually surfaced, has now made all this circulating stories to come to an end as fast as it could. So the trail has went to a code to those people who are really checking to find out where Lionel Messi is going. It seems like it's not happening, or maybe he's just trying to say that so that we don't look at that situation. I don't know. We will actually find out as time goes on, because January is just around the corner, and at the same time, there's a lot of things that are going to happen before that time. Let me try to show you something here as well. There are more transfer news that we're getting as we move so close to this January transfer. Of course, we know that clubs like Liverpool, they are at a position where they cannot even choose anything rather than to buy players, because of course we know of the injuries that they have faced and all the things that they've went through. They need some replacement of some players that they have in there. So we're going to see how that goes. They need to buy not a replacement as such, but players who are going to come and fill up some position that are missing players. For example, Liverpool have been playing for such a long time with Matip, a midfielder, as a defender, and with young kids, in fact, playing alongside, because there's just no players because of the injuries we have picked this season. So we really expect to see a lot of players being moved to Liverpool who are defenders as we go on with this, because we didn't buy a defender for the past. We actually lost a defender and we never replaced him. We lost DJ Lovren and we never replaced him. So that has to be dealt with. That has to be dealt with. There have to be ways that Liverpool are going to come with so that they can actually do something that actually counts for the team to actually get a better second half of the season, because you know they never stop when the game still continues and we see what happens. So also, there's some good news. So I'm going to be putting the screen so that we can look at some transfers that we've been told and what is happening. The first one, let's go. It's, of course, PSG. Transfer news and rumors. Live. Mbappe could join Real Madrid if Barcelona dump PSG out of the European competition. Go takes a look at the biggest transfer and rumors from the Premier League and La Liga and Serie A. We all know these things. So the first transfer we're being told is that Kylian Mbappe could be heading to Real Madrid if Barcelona defeats Paris Saint-Germain. That is to be believed. I don't know how that is going to work out, but that is exactly to be believed, that if Barcelona actually, by God's grace or whatever we can call it, or voodoo, whatever you're going to call it, if they get a victory or if they actually beat PSG to go to the next stage, then what's going to happen is this. Kylian Mbappe is going to say to PSG, as much as I've been with you for about now 3 or almost 4 years with you guys, this is where we draw the line. We are saying bye-bye. We are done, and I am moving on to the next thing. So that's why we've been told. We hope that happens. And the next news, as you can see, that is there near the Mbappe news, is that City are now thinking of bringing Panucci from Juve, because we all know that as much as City are waking so that they just don't have a goal scorer no more. Aguero, a lot of injuries after injuries after injuries, and Gabriel Jesus, trust me, he cannot never function without anyone's help. That is for sure. He can never function without anyone's help. So that's where we are now in this situation, guys. That it has to be a decision that has to be made by City, that they look for a better striker who can actually score goals. Because a type of a striker that they want, I would have loved to say an Aubameyang, but not this season, so I'm gonna pass that one. They need a Greenwood type of a talent, a guy who always scores, who always finds the net no matter what. Because with as much as the what is the word I can use? As much assist that are set by Manchester City midfielders for the strikers to score, and how much Manchester City team, or let me say players, are letting them down, they need somebody who can actually do something to at least raise that up and maybe get something. So I think Banush for me will be a good decision for Pep Guardiola and this team, and maybe because he's not really far away from from reaching the top position, he might actually come and rescue the next half of the season, and maybe potential actually be ready to challenge for the cup. You never know with these things. Things can happen, people. I'm not here to give any hope to anybody, but things can definitely happen. So, City are confident of snaring Messi ahead of PSG. So, now that we all know that rumor of PSG getting hello, Mr. Anthony. I've been looking for this man. How are you? How are you, sir? How are you? How are you, say? How's everything? And it's been a long time since you've been here. Not really that long, but it felt like a long time because I always enjoy your company. So, how are you doing? And what is happening? Because we are wondering where Mr. Anthony is, but seeing that he's back, that is officially good news. So what has been going on? Say, I'm talking transfer news that could happen in January and maybe some at the end of the season, but we're just talking about January transfers and how they can influence or maybe change a bit of how the different leagues in Europe are gonna be looking like. So we are just giving our thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you have any transfer news for us from the Southampton side? Like, as you can see, we already have a reminder that is set to the Arsenal Southampton game. I'll be beaming it live for the watch along. It's gonna be interesting to see. We are interested in Brandon Williams on loan. I heard this news. I think it's also there as I'm going down. I heard that Southampton are actually interested in bringing Brandon Williams to them because, of course, we know that he's not actually getting game time at Manchester City. So for him to actually go to a team that is going to give him game time, that is so good. And I believe in Southampton, he'll get game time that he's looking for. If he just continues with the way he has been playing for Manchester United, he will get that game time. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting if he goes on loan because, of course, I don't think Manchester United are going to sell him. Like, I think they believe that Brandon Williams is going to be their future, in fact. So they want to protect their price position by giving him more game time, giving him more first football experience. That'll be a good thing for them. Will they do it? I just don't know. But we will definitely wait to see how they do that issue. But that'll be a good thing, isn't it? That would definitely be a good thing that you get Brandon Williams. It can actually give you a bigger boost in terms of how you've approached it this season and how you've started it. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, that's for sure. We will wait to see what happens. So let me read the news that we have here. Okay, so 6 minutes ago, like I said, Manchester should go all out for Haaland. Manchester City should go all out for Indian Haaland in the transfer market, according to Trevor Scott, who says Pep Guardiola must sign a replacement for Sergio Aguero for his team to complete to compete for the title again. City have slipped to 6th in the Premier League. Standing after their 12 fixtures of the 2020-2021 campaign, having recorded only 5 wins alongside 5 draws and 2 defeats. That is huge. I didn't know that. I didn't know that some stats that we're getting these days are just so huge. You cannot take them. You cannot even say anything about them. They're just so huge. So that's where City are at the moment, guys. We don't know what's going to happen. Can they bring him, though? Can they bring a man who's going to actually give something better to this team? I don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens anyway. So we continue. Is there anything? What are your thoughts on this? Manchester saying bringing Haaland. I thought they want Bonucci, by the way, because I just read something about Bonucci up in the top. What can you say about it, Mr. Anthony? Do you agree that they need him that much as they're saying? Bondok happy at Sheffield United despite the recent struggles. So again, if maybe you joined us later, I started this show talking about West Brom sacking their manager who's actually getting results, and we have a Sheffield team that has not even picked up a point, but the manager's job is too safe. So Sheffield's fullback Georgian Brango has said he is happy at the club as he reflects on his decision to sign a new contract with the Blunders. After signing a new deal will take him through to 2024. Bondok told the club official website, "I love playing for this club, and it's great that they have rewarded me so soon after my last contract." Okay. They're just trying to, let me tell you what Sheffield are doing here. They're just trying to protect their prize position, especially we know that their performance is leading them nowhere but to the championship. They want to protect their prize position so that when they go back in the championship, they can actually try to fight again and come back. That's all they're doing here. We know that they've not been playing well. We know that sometimes if things are not working well, let the good players go, but they don't want to do that. That's why they're giving some different players new contracts before the transfer window come, where people are going to be calling for their names. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, but congratulations to him. We will see what happened. That's for sure. Guys, please click that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have never done it. That is the best and the most amazing way you support us here at the Football Connect. So the other news we have is, let me make my screen bigger there so that you all can see what I'm looking at here. eBay warns Dortmund 5 million, not enough for Rose. Borussia, don't even know that team, so I'm going to pass this one. If Bez urged Dortmund to sign Origi or Inkard 1 hour ago. Okay. That is interesting. So German legend Stefan believed it would be a fatal if Dortmund failed to bring in a striker in January transfer. The Bundesliga club sporting director Michael Zuck has claimed that they will not be looking for a forward player in the winter, as they feel they would hinder the progress of the 16-year-old, whatever that name is. So we'll see what happens on that one as well. So also, just to talk about it, if this might happen, you never know. It means that Liverpool will be losing their 2019-2020 unsung hero Diva Origi. We know that there were some games that we should have lost, 100% lost, but Origi was there to stand out and bring us into the game, scoring those last-minute goals that counted even in the final of the Champions League. If you remember, scoring even against Everton, important goals that he scored, which gave our club the victories that we got. So, am I happy to lose him? I just don't know how to feel exactly about losing Diva Origi. But if he's going to get game time and he actually improves, because I heard of him talking about he wants to get more game time so that he can actually feature into the national team as they go for the Euro. So if he goes to that and he gets more game time and he, in a way, impresses the manager, that could be a good thing for him. You actually get more game time and actually go elsewhere. Because let's just face it, guys, with players like Mane, Salah, Firmino, and Diego Jota, it's gonna be crazy for any player to get a game time. So if he's gonna get game time, I think the club should do the right thing here. Just give him the chance to actually leave and go find good or better pastures out there. I don't know what you think, but it will hurt. I don't wanna lie to you. It will hurt to lose Diva Origi because he has been important to the club. It will definitely hurt. We'll see how the progress of this story goes, but that's where we are right now. It's still a man who's still proposing it, by the way. It's not yet even the club talking about it. Bambe could be heading to Real Madrid if Barcelona defeat PSG. So, like I said, I've already talked about this. The French club uh, have tried many times to snap a new deal if his side exits. Okay, so it means that Kylian Mbappe will not sign. Kylian Mbappe apparently decided against signing a new contract with PSG if they are dumped out of the Champions League by Barcelona. So it means that if they beat Barcelona, he would sign a new contract. Is that what it means? Because I think it's kind of weird, by the way. Why am I saying it's kind of weird? Because I don't think at the moment, if you want to gauge or to see how your team is developing as a player, using the game of Barcelona against your team is actually the best game. Why am I saying that? Barcelona have not been at their best since, like I'm just saying, they've not been at their best. And I don't think as much as this will be a shocker, because many times, every time when PSG went out to the Champions League, in some most painful ways, it has been Barcelona who have been giving them that pain. So we'll see how that one goes anyway. But I don't know. We'll see. Let me just say we'll see. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. We'll see how that one goes. Leeds United, they've reinstated or they're interested again in bringing James from Manchester United. Leeds United are planning to reincarnate or retarget their interest in Manchester winger Daniel James, according to Telegram. The Whites are heavily linked with the Welshman earlier this year and may try to bring him on loan when the January transfer opens. James has been restricted to just 3 Premier League appearances for Manchester United at the start of the 2020-2021 campaign. So one thing we know is not getting game time. So just give him the go. Just let him go get game time. I hate when teams refuse to give a player the go ahead to go out when he's not getting game time in the club. Just let him go so that he gets more game time. He might actually develop to be a good thing for you guys. His development could be a good thing for you guys. So I think they should let him go. That's what I think. I don't know what they're going to decide, and I can never know what they're going to decide. But we will definitely how that goes. Anyway, let me hear your thoughts in the comment section, guys, about the transfer news. Is any of them shocked you yet? Or you might be like me, just taking them as they're going, because it has not actually, we have not yet reached to a point where it's going to be 100% serious in terms of the transfers and stuff like that. So I want to hear from you what you think about the transfer news and what we're talking about here. Okay, let me see if I have any other new things that I need to cover. Arsenal are plotting on a general scope for Porto midfielder Fabione Varri. Is it Varela or something? According to the Daily Mail, the Gunners have been tracking the 20-year-old for a while and may look to target to trigger his 27 million euro release clause. Yeah, in the new year. Varane broke the Porto's first team last year and is now a regular under Sergio Conqueno at Estindo, or whatever they call it. Murray's Watford loan could be cut short. Glenn Murray loan spell at one for Watford from Brighton could be cut short. The 37-year was expected to see out the 2020-2021 campaign at the Victory Road, but his signal has given him the green light to return in January. Murray has failed to score his first five Champions League outright goal for West Ham as he's struggling for regular playing time under, is it Vedemek or whatever you call it, as Milan to tie Caballera down to a fresh new terms. Okay, so there's another player getting one. West Brom points to 10 Allegri no, Aladri or something. I don't know how you pronounce this. As the next manager, of course, after they've just sacked the manager. Let's not forget that. Arsenal are in talks to Saliba and are in talks to Saliba. I'm missing a creative midfielder. What are they talking about? Arsenal technical director Edu has said that the club are in talks to William Saliba regarding the young centre back's future, while also admitting that the Gunners are missing a creative spark in the midfield. Saliba signed for Arsenal 18 months ago and was immediately loaned back to the team he had signed. And with the 19-year-old having been tipped to play a key role for the club in the 2020, things have not also gone according to plan because of the performances. So things have not actually gone to plan for this team. We'll see what happens, but it looks like Saliba might be thinking of actually looking elsewhere we like to offer his talents elsewhere. You can't blame him if you're not getting game time. So we'll see how that one goes. Boroscope Bonush Bolas is still playing. Middlesbrough will make a general scoop for Everton outcast Emilek Bolasi in winter transfer the Sun. The Congo international has been frozen out of the Tavis squad this term and was already the subject of summer interest. Okay, whatever they're going to say on top of that. Torreira's agent potentially transfer. Okay, Arsenal agent. They're talking about, remember, he's playing at Atletico Madrid now. So they're saying Lucas Torreira's agent insists that his client will continue playing at Atletico Madrid beyond the January transfer window and end the rumors that the Uruguayan midfielder could be cut short the loan and return to home because they might or they really do need him. I don't know what you think. They really do need him. Okay, so Manchester City, Guardiola eager to sign the Juve star. Manchester City have identified Leonardo Bonucci as a transfer target according to Todifag. Pep Guardiola wants the 31-year-old to fill the void left by ex-Blues Vincent Kompany. Oh, I forgot Bonucci is a defender, another striker. Oh my God. Okay, I remember that. Now I'll keep that in the brain. Okay, let's see as we're about to finish, guys. There's anything we need to talk about. Okay, people sitting out to miss. Okay, that is not interesting. Okay, Son wants to stay at Spurs for life, claims Mourinho. Jose Mourinho is convinced that young Son wants to end his career at Tottenham, and this therefore announced unconsidered about the delay contract negotiation. Son has already spent over 5 years at Spurs and has been a key player for the majority of that time. His goals against Arsenal in the recent North London derby saw him reach a double figure for a 50 successive Premier League season. That's nice. We will see how that goes. So the other important news, especially to the Liverpool fans, you need to reach this. It concerns Virgil van Dijk, and this message reads like this: Liverpool are set to offer Virgil van Dijk a blockbuster 5-year contract deal. Liverpool are keen to reward Virgil van Dijk for his role in transforming the club, with the Red looking to give him a new 5-year contract, report Fabrizio Ramon. So if you know Fabrizio Ramon, in the transfer window, he was the superstar. He gave us the information that was on point at 90% of the time. So you have to believe him when he says this. Virgil van Dijk is likely to miss the majority of the season with the knee. Okay, but Reds hierarchy are keen to show the faith in the 29-year-old Dutch international. Nice one. Nice one. Let's see if okay. So guys, that is it with the transfer news. I know that I'm cutting up some because I need to cover a lot and also go out to prepare for the game that is to be coming. So I'm done with those transfer news. We'll look at them tomorrow. If you enjoy, you can always leave it on the comment section telling me that I should keep doing these things and maybe going to some point in other teams and stuff like that, because I did that. If you could check our first videos, we were more into the transfer talks and stuff like that. So we can do that. It's not really a problem. But anyway, let's just move on from that. So the other part of this show, before we go to the other part, please do me a favor, guys. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. That is the most amazing way you support us here, the Football Connect, so that you never miss when we go live or whenever we talk football like we always do each and every time. So the other part of the story is this. We have a big one, guys, a big six clash that is going to be playing today, and we all know which teams are we talking about. Yes, if you don't know, Liverpool will be playing Tottenham Hotspurs in an interesting game. Nobody knows what's going to happen in that game, but also all of us, we are so interested in seeing how this game will unfold. That's for sure. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What are you expecting to see? Who's winning between Jose Mourinho and Klopp? There were some, let me say, mind games that were played in the press conference of Jose, which I watched today. Also, Jose, even Klopp as well. I'll tell you how Klopp maybe made some mind games to Jose as well. But firstly, let me cover the Liverpool part. So the Tottenham's part. Jose had the strength and the audacity, if that is the word that I should be using, to name each and every player of Liverpool who's fit and who's not fit, and tells people that you should not be fooled saying that Liverpool are not really fit enough, but with all this type of players, there's still a club to play with and there's still a dangerous team. So in other words, he actually made a joke, if it was a joke, maybe to him and stuff like that, where he was saying that he has youngsters who are injured in the academic teams, under 23, and a lot of things that were not even necessary, just trying to specify his delusions or something like that. Liverpool losing Van Dijk and Gomez has affected them a lot, and Thiago as well, even though Thiago is not featured a lot, but Van Dijk and Gomez has affected them a lot, which he doesn't even understand. So he's saying that everyone are fit, so Liverpool is a dangerous team, and he's talking about this team has lost Lamela and some of the people, so it's morely like the same, so nobody should be treating this game any different. It's a strong Liverpool versus a strong Tottenham. That was Jose Mourinho taking a hint on, or maybe playing his mind games, a club trying to make, I don't know what he was trying to do, so I'm going to keep quiet on that one. But anyway, the other thing that happened on the close side now, how his mind games were like, he said something that was interesting. He said, Jose Mourinho has made Tottenham a winning machine. Now, we know that that doesn't sound like anything that is wrong. The last time Klopp complimented a team, the team started losing games. He complimented Frank Lampard, telling us that Frank Lampard was a good manager and this team is going to win or could win the Premier League title. And since then, he has lost 2 games. I won't talk about what will happen to Jose, but also some of the things that we need to remember in these fixtures, which are really, 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 really important, are this. Liverpool this season is the only club in the Premier League that has not yet lost or draw a game in the Premier League. In fact, it's a 100%, not only 100, but 100% whitewash of all the games that they've played. They've won them and they are still up top there because they've not lost a game in their home ground. Especially that now in this game, there will be an addition of the fans who are going to be making as much noise as they can, trying to confuse Tottenham to play at their own style and trying to make sure that they disturb them. This is what makes this game an interesting game, that's for sure. But we will definitely see how that will go like. But anyway, I want to hear what you think is going to happen. Klopp's boys, can they try to resurrect from their performance against Fulham last week? I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. And also, again, let me remind you again, 2 of the big teams already have dropped the points. Remember, I specified this last week, which was week 12 of the Premier League. I specified this during the weekend this week that we just passed, saying that big clubs, it seems like they're losing points, all of them. And that Tottenham, that Arsenal have lost, Manchester City have drawn, and they've dropped the points. What will happen with other big 6 teams? That's my question. I'm just curious. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section, guys. You will answer those questions. But as well as we want to know before we go, do me this favor, guys. Tell me your predictions. Who's going to win this wonderful mouth-watering game between Jose Mourinho and Jurgen Klopp? I want to hear from you, the other guys, about that one. You put it in the comment section, then we'll read it up loud when the watch along starts. It's going to be an interesting game. I'm really, really excited. I can't wait for this one. And I know you can't either. It's just a few hours from now. Now, I can actually confirm to you that around 4 hours left before the fixture of Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspurs. But before that, an hour from now, or in fact, let me say that an hour from now, or let me say an hour, 2 minutes from now, Arsenal are playing, you guessed it, they're playing Southampton. And also, let me see the other teams that are playing before I disappear right now here. There are a lot of games that are going to be played, that's for sure. I'm still waiting to see. There are a lot of games. Yes. It's opening. So the other game that are going to be played is Leicester City versus Everton, which is going to be a mouth-watering clash. But comparing the two, I think the Arsenal is going to be the best. That's why it's going to be the one that we'll cover. We'll be giving you the results of the other games as they go on. But this is what's going to happen in this game. Then Leicester City playing Everton, right? Then Leeds United are playing Newcastle, which is going to be an interesting game. I can't wait for that one as well. We'll see what happens. We just don't know. Then Fulham are playing Brighton. So Brighton, after losing 3-0 to Leicester last week, and Fulham after picking a valued point or an important point against the Liverpool, how would their performance be? Those are going to be some interesting questions that we're going to be waiting to see the answers, how they're going to be set up and stuff like that. But one thing that I can confirm to you while I stand here right now is this. This is going to be an amazing week 13 for other teams. And let's see what happens tomorrow when we are doing the Week to Forget show, what we'll be talking about. Remember, the Week to Forget show is going to be on Thursday, exactly after the United game. When it's done, we'll be going straight to the Friday. Friday, there's no game, so Friday we do the Premier League show for the week 13. Then after that, we move on to the new week, which is week 14. Remember, the December schedule is one of the craziest schedules in the Premier League, but that's why we love the football. We are going to have the best time and we're going to enjoy this as much as we can as we watch it from this side and see where it will take us. So guys, do me a favor, guys, click that like button, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss when we go live, and tell me your thoughts about people who have been sacked. I thought Arteta or maybe the Sheffield manager were going to be the first one to be sacked, but no, they're to surprise us. Anyway, but the question I'm going to ask you right now, who is the next manager to be sacked in the Premier League in the year of 2020-2021 season? I want to hear the comments in the comment section. Put them there so that we can see how it goes. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been Sam. This has been amazing. And let's see where we go from here. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll be back in about an hour time. Before I go, let me see if Arsenal, by any chance, if they've released their team that is going to face Southampton. I'm just curious about that. Because I know everyone are really, really curious about who will be in the fixture. And maybe there'll be $1 million question, which is the why question. Why did they choose these players? Anyway, all those answers will be answered, or all those questions will be answered very, very soon. Let me see. Arsenal. Yes, it's out. Ben Leno is a go. Mentley Niles, Holding, Gabriel, and Tierney are the back four. Interesting. Yes, we went to a back four. And our favorite friend, Elneny, Caballos, Nicolas Pepe, Nketiah, Saka, and Aubameyang. That's how it has been set up. Then we have McCarthy, we have Ben Travel, and we have this name is big, guys. You have to forgive me, Southampton fans. And we have Jack Beckley, and we have Kai Walker Petersons. We know this one. Armstrong, Ward, Romero, and Wilcott, Adams, and Ings. That's how the Southampton team is going to be set up. So it's now less than an hour left. Let's see what happens. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Sam. and I'll be back again very, very soon with the watch along. I hope you are excited for this one. Let's go.